You are watching original video by Truthdig.com. For more information and resources, visit us on the web at www.truthdig.com.
We had a debate at UCLA with you and Sam Harris, and then you debated my old friend Christopher Hitchens on this question, and there's a complexity to your view. You come out of the mainstream Protestant church. Your father, who was a minister, is a man you had enormous respect for. He championed gay rights and civil rights when it was not popular. And I just wonder, and I know you resent when I say you have a prophetic voice. Since I know nothing about Scripture, I probably don't know anything about prophetic voices. But nonetheless, it does seem to me that your strength and clarity comes out of your Christian background.
Yeah, without question. And what I'm willing to do, which the mainstream church is not, is to denounce the Christian right as Christian heretics. You don't have to, as I did, spend 3 years at Harvard Divinity School to realize that Jesus didn't come to make us rich. And he certainly didn't come to make Pat Robertson and Joel Osteen rich. And what they have done is acculturate the worst aspects of American imperialism, capitalism, chauvinism, and violence and bigotry into the Christian religion. And again, let's go back to Weimar and the rise of Nazism. We saw the same thing in the so-called German Christian church, which fused the iconography and language of Christianity with Nazism. It's not a new phenomenon. It was the minority within that church, Bonhoeffer, Niemöller, Karl Barth, Schweitzer, who created the underground confessing church. And my great mentor at Harvard Divinity School, James Luther Adams, was at the University of Heidelberg in 1935 and 1936 and dropped out and joined the confessing church. And when I had him in the early 80s at Harvard, he used to tell us, he was certainly one of the most brilliant scholars I've ever studied with, that when we were his age, we would all be fighting the Christian fascists. Because he understood that the Weimarization of the American working class, essentially pushing your working population into utter despair and hopelessness, coupled with a religious movement that fused national and religious symbols, was a recipe for fascism. And I think the great failure of the liberal tradition that I come out of is they were too frightened and too timid to stand up. I don't know why they spent all the years in seminary if they didn't realize that when they walked out the door, they were going to have to fight for it. And they didn't fight for it.
This video program was brought to you by Truthdig.com. For more information and resources, visit us on the web at www.truthdig.com.